Well, first impressions of this Audi are rather good, to be fair. Let's start with the basics. The rear view vision is it is partially obstructed by the headrests. If you've got people in the back, it is going to be an issue with your vision. The side mirrors are relatively large and wide. The vision on that's going to be good. The instrument cluster, well, it's not obstructed by the steering wheel at the top, but I have to admit these two dials here, the speedo on the right, the rev counter on the left, I think they're a bit too wide apart. They seem to breach the steering wheel, and it tends to make it difficult to read. It would help if they were a little bit closer together. Now, the center console, typical Audi, very simple, very basic, nothing complicated. It's the sort of thing you can look down on, see exactly what you've got to do, bish bosh, job done. Don't have to take your eyes off the road for too long. The central part here, same thing, very simple. Got your navigation control, etc, etc. Now this is the automatic, and it's quite a beefy diesel, which is always nice to have a bigger engine, even though it's not huge, but it's certainly powerful enough. Now the steering on this vehicle is lovely. It's almost ghost-like. It's just so silky smooth and light. I'm not entirely feeling the road. It does feel a little bit sort of almost anaesthetized. What I am feeling is the power steering mechanism and not the actual road, which is a little bit frustrating because this is quite a enthusiastic, sporty car. So it'd be nice to feel the road a bit more, I must admit. The driving position is exceptionally comfortable. In fact, it's idyllic. There is an enormous amount of headroom, far more than I could ever need, and I'm well over 6 feet. The seats are very, very well made. It's certainly a luxury vehicle. But the steering is too light. The steering, there is a bit of a wobble there. The car does feel a little bit articulated when you do that. I wouldn't feel overconfident doing a swerve at high speed in this vehicle. The suspension feels more like it's designed, or the shock absorbers rather feel like more designed for comfort than sporty driving. I'd like something a little bit more enthusiastic, I think, in that sense. The brakes, however, are absolutely exceptional. As you brake, you have the ability to apply gradual pressure, and you can feel all four calipers working in perfect synchronization. In fact, the brakes is probably the most amazing part of this car on a mechanical basis. They really are exceptional. The brakes on this are certainly in the same league as mid-range and top-end BMWs and Mercedes. They certainly do feel very powerful. This car must have huge discs on it.